thoughts on Loki season 2 trailer?
They didn't reveal too much, honestly. I didn't think it was a great trailer. Loki is the one series for Marvel on Disney Plus that seems to have like broken through in terms of like it actually did get like legitimate good ratings. Like far and away, like a million more viewers in those first couple days than these other shows had, or households. And I think season 2 is going to be a big indictment on how people feel about Marvel now versus when that first season released. I could realistically seeing that number for Loki season 2, I could see it dropping by 1 million. I could see it dropping by like about half, because it was 2.5 million households tuned in for those first 4 days of Loki. Far and away the top thing that they've had on Disney Plus for Marvel. If that number gets cut in half, which I could see happening, that's really going to tell us where the temperature is in the room in terms of like for the excitement for the MCU. We see things here and there, but that'd be a direct comparison. Loki season 1 to Loki season 2.
I mean, Tom Hiddleston as Loki is a massive draw. It just continues to frustrate you. It frustrates us as fans when you have a guy that everyone loves in the role. I'll never forget the Comic-Con where he came out there as Loki, and gave that speech, and the fans went crazy. This was years and years and years ago. Now it's just like they have just butchered this character and this universe so much. I'm even seeing a lot of the normie YouTube channels that cover Marvel in the most glorious way possible. Even they're kind of shitting on Marvel at this point in time. You can't ignore it, man. It's bad. It's really bad. And Loki season 2, I think, is going to go in with hardly any enthusiasm after what they did with season 1.
Yeah, I think that probably them going back and undoing some of what people thought were kind of the best things or the best moments from early on in the MCU. So Loki has this character arc, which a lot of people really appreciated. And yeah, you got the fake out death, but at the end, what he does when he tries to stand up to Thanos and betray him to save his brother and ends up, paying the ultimate price, he's not coming back from that one. You get to see this conclusion of this really nuanced character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. What Loki does is completely destroys that. This version of Loki did not go through all of those things. He did not make all these decisions. He did not make this choice to do the right thing at the end for his brother, who he does really love. No, this is a Loki who was in, basically in cuffs at the end of the first Avengers movie. And from that point on, he gets a Cliff Notes version of his life. It's not the same character. So you're really destroying and doing damage to something that a lot of people held so in such high esteem. That's one of the problems that Marvel's now facing, is when they go back and try to retroactively make these things important. It's something that Star Wars has been dealing with now as well, in a different way. Star Wars has been dealing with that too, with the decisions that they make in order to make a splash or get people to gasp or whatever, that at the end of the day actually do damage to what came before it. So now when you're rewatching these things, you're like, oh, well, fuck, that didn't happen. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, well, that, I guess that didn't mean anything at the end of the day. That's the problem with both these franchises in a big way.